Hey, we'll see you May 11th in Denver, Colorado. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So guess what? You know how Boeing's planes are all falling apart and there's whistleblowers dying left and right?
Jeez.
And everybody knows people are willing to pay more money to not fly on a Boeing. Boeing's embattled CEO is posed to walk away. So guess what? He's about to receive his just desserts for all the problems this company has been having as of late. But in his case, it's actual dessert.
Yeah,
he's going to get dessert.
He's going to get his money reimbursed from having them people killed.
He's going to get a golden parachute. When instead they should be giving every passenger a parachute.
Yeah,
telling them, hey, folks, get ready to do a DB Cooper.
Or make it a fun Squid Game, the golden parachute, and you fight for the one parachute to get off the Boeing.
The beauty of being a CEO in America is that when your company does well, you get extra money as a reward. And when your company does badly, you get extra money to encourage you to stick around and lead it through the storm. What a deal.
It's like BB.
And at some point, you get to bow out and float toward retirement on your golden parachute, which means, you guessed it, even more money.
Wow. We need more women CEOs. That's what I say,
They're
Jimmy.
saying this at CNN. That's how bad it is. Even CNN is saying this. Here at Boeing, we are working on defying gravity with advanced technology that allows our executives class to fall upwards.
Yeah, they have anti-gravity. They have found that, yes. Money flows up.
In fact, you better keep looking up nowadays because shit is falling off our planes faster than clothes at a swingers club.
I've never been.
You can imagine. Can't you imagine that joke?
You don't think?
Are you that literal? I've never been there.
I don't think the clothes come off that fast. I think you go to the buffet first. Now it sounds like I have been.
That sounds like you have
I
been.
think you see if there's a ZD or something, then you have a chat.
Here we go. That's the dream awaiting Dave Calhoun, the CEO of Boeing, who is preparing to retire after 4 years at the helm and driving the company, during which he failed to fix the company's biggest problems around safety and quality control that burned its reputation with customers.
Nice.
So he's going to get a big reward for that. By the time he steps down at the end of this year, he'll be 67 years old and poised to collect millions of dollars on top of the many millions he's already made as CEO. Oh,
he looks like one of those Enron. They always look like an Enron fuck, these guys. They all look like they're something with Enron.
I think it's time to put money into Airbus. It seems like Boeing is in a race with Disney to see how low the bottom can be. There's a certain dark irony in Calhoun pulling the metaphorical ripcord now while Boeing is flailing, though it's hard to imagine a scenario in which he got to keep his job in the midst of cascading mishaps and near disasters over the past 3 months. Which are those? Dozens injured after technical problem on flight to Auckland. Passengers flew through the cabin. New details emerge on piece of Alaska Airlines plane that blew off mid-flight as investigators probe explosive decompression. Hey, the NTSB is probing stuck control incident on a Boeing 737 MAX. This is just some of the stuff we're talking about. Wow. So as a safety measure, it seems like Boeing has decided to not pressurize the cabins anymore. So bundle up, folks, and oxygen masks are available for a fee. Exactly how much Calhoun will receive isn't clear yet, as it depends on how Boeing stock performs. A Boeing spokesperson said the details of his compensation will be shared in the company filings in coming weeks. This article is from a couple weeks ago, so I wonder if we know already. But we already know that Calhoun has made about $63 million over the past 3 years. You imagine if they put that into safety? They hired a bunch of safety people or actually paid their workers enough to care?
Or just didn't waste it having people killed and instead spent the money screwing the screws in tighter?
That includes a $1.4 million base salary plus millions in stock-based incentives. Wow. They just wag their privilege right in your face. According to Boeing's most recent proxy statement, Calhoun is set to walk away with about $15 million worth of stock, cash, and options in retirement.
Thought he'd make more for his good work.
Well, he's already made $63 million. So 15 and 63, I think is at 78 million.
This is from Virginia Tech. David Calhoun, finding a meaningful balance of success, family, and giving back.
Giving back.
From 2018.
And that doesn't even account for his incentives along the way that could boost his potential future earnings, Kurt. I love the word incentive. Yeah, I would say millions of dollars are a driving incentive for lots of people. They don't give a shit how they make it. They just want it.
Well, clearly the incentives are for it to be the way it is. And he did a good job at that. And he's getting remunerated.
One estimate, according to Fortune, suggests that he's going to walk away with $24 million, with the potential to collect $45.5 million more if Boeing stock goes up 37%.
Oh, and if he leaves, it'll go up because
he sucks. That gives Calhoun a pretty hefty incentive to choose his successor. He gets to choose his successor?
As he should, as royalty.
If history is any guide, Calhoun could have done a much worse job and still made out startlingly well. Because here at Boeing, not only is ineptitude your best aptitude, but if you do it with an attitude, you will ascend in altitude.
That's great. I think he did a great job at GE too. He was a GE before that.
Okay.
Yeah, all the gross weapony ones he was part of.
So guess his predecessor, Dennis Muhlenberg, was fired over his mishandling of Boeing's response to 2 crashes that killed 346 people. And while Muhlenberg was denied severance pay, he still walked away with $80 million.
Oh, but they cheated him out of his severance pay.
They didn't give him his severance. Ruthless. Ruthless. Post-Muhlenberg, the board tapped one of their own to take over. Wow. When you have an unbelievable tragedy, give the guy who's responsible for it $80 million. Boy,
I really respect the shit out of CEOs. Don't you?
Me too. Calhoun, an accountant by training. He's an accountant by training.
Yeah.
And a longtime Boeing director, ascended as CEO in January of 2020 with a message that Boeing would be getting back to its roots and focusing on safety and quality. The honeymoon didn't last long. Even as the board heaped praise on him, Boeing's own customers started sounding off about their frustration with their leadership. In 2022, the CEO of Ryanair said Boeing management is running around like headless chickens, and that executives needed an immediate reboot or a boot up the ass. That's what the head of Ryanair said. Around the same time, the head of aircraft leasing company Avalon said Boeing had lost its way and might need fresh leadership.
Need a guillotine is what they need.
Lost its way.
It's lost its doors.
The planes have radars, but the executives are stuck with Jim Cramer to bring them in. That's the problem.
Is that what it is?
Better foam the runway.
Jim Cramer bullish on
Under Calhoun, labor relations at Boeing have been badly frayed. The company laid off at least 16,000 employees. Are you shitting me? In response to the pandemic, and moved production of the 787 Dreamliner from its unionized plant in Washington to a non-unionized plant in South Carolina.
I bet it was more diverse, though, but non-union and diverse, and you didn't pay them as much.
I bet it was.
And they didn't know what the fuck they're doing, and you outsource shit to people that don't know how to, like surf shops. Remember that? The craziness?
Yes, that's right, to surf shops, literal surf shops.
It's like, should we work on your plane stuff?
This summer, more than 30,000 Seattle area mechanics are set to vote on a strike authorization that could result in a work stoppage when their contract expires in September. Still, Calhoun is held on, thanks to a loyal board and a business model that makes it virtually impossible for Boeing to lose customers or go bankrupt.
What that sounds
You know why?
like
Because there's only two goddamn companies.
Well, that sounds like state-run, not working socialism, communism.
That's what this sounds like.
Wow.
And once again, Boeing finds itself in a crisis, looking for a new leader to steer it to a safe landing.
Who will be the great leader? You should give him Chairman Xi Jinping.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like communism.
China's airlines are run much better than this. In a commie country.
That's right.
I've flown them.
That's right.
There's more leg room. Nothing fell off the plane my whole flight. Wow,
Okay.
subcommunist. That's where we are.
That's where we are. Hey, come see us do a live show. We're going to be in Denver, Colorado, May 11th. Los Angeles, California, doing a live panel show with a celebrity panel and video. Ashland, Virginia, Athens, Georgia, Rutherford, New Jersey, with Max Blumenthal. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ontario, California, Irvine, California, Chicago, Illinois, with another celebrity panel, live video show in Chicago, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.